When the Rolfing boys play soccer, they're thinking about scoring goals and having fun. They probably don't realize they are living a legacy that began with an uncle they never met.
My two olders are asking more questions about who he was and what he was doing. And we've gone through some scrapbooks and some pictures.
Of course, Rob Rolfing's family will forever remember the person he was, but his legacy pushes far beyond. It also reaches 1,385 miles east of his hometown of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, at Vassar College, an elite university in Poughkeepsie, New York, where Rob chose to attend to pursue astronomy and soccer.
Part of wanting to get to Vassar is because so many people says, oh, you can't go there. Oh my gosh, that's like an Ivy League school, way out east. And so then, of course, that's exactly what he wanted. You know, he was determined.
Rob was a proud captain of the soccer team. He led his team to their first NCAA appearance and scored the winning goal in that game. He became one of the most revered student athletes in Vassar College history. He was a creative genius who was also organized and analytical.
He loved MacGyver. That was his thing, and he carried around duct tape till the day he died. He devised a way to do it on a card so that you could have just a sum that would wrap around this card and it would fit in your pocket.
But one thing that never was a surprise was his determination and work ethic. They were his hallmark in sports and in life.
I will still remember I think he was a mathematics professor who told us almost every morning when I would walk by the athletic fields on my way to class early in the morning, because he was an early riser, Rob would be out there by himself practicing his skills. He says, I knew there was going to be something good that would come out of that. And that's just the kind of kid. He was very disciplined.
Rob surprised his family by joining the Army after college. He had high hopes of earning a spot in the Special Forces.
9/11 hit, and it was pretty straightforward. I'm going in. I know I can help.
He says, yes, I'm going in. I don't have a family. I'm not married. This is just the right time for me to do this.
Somehow, and I thank God for this, that we instilled in him a love of this country.
Rob earned his position as a Green Beret after 18 months of intense training. His status as a Special Forces soldier put him in some dangerous situations.
He was pretty honest with me. He said, I'm going into a bad situation, and they're going to ask me to take out some bad guys, and it's going to be dangerous. And I just want you to know, I haven't told Mom and Dad this, but I just want you to know that I may not come back. And if I don't come back, it's okay. Because I'm doing what I love to do, and I'm doing what I was born to do.
Horrible experience. Saturday morning, knock, 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 doorbell rings. Open the door, and I knew right now. You just know.
You know when the two uniformed officers come to your door that it's not good. I just kept thinking, go next door. It must be next door. It's not here. So yeah, that was very hard. Still is hard to think about.
The night before getting news of Rob's death, the family was in downtown Sioux Falls looking at sculptures on Phillips Avenue.
Down in front of First National Bank was a sculpture entitled Going Home that depicted an angel carrying a fallen soldier to heaven. And we all kind of, glanced at it and looked at it and said, yeah, we're not going to go over there. It's, we don't want to deal with it. We realized that when we put two and two together and all the timing and stuff, it was precisely at that time that he was killed. So God was telling us, I got him.
That very sculpture was enlarged and now sits at Veterans Memorial Park in Sioux Falls. But that's not the only memorial to Rob. His initials and number sit on each Vassar College player's heart, literally and figuratively.
What an awesome idea to try to connect Rob with every current team from that point on to his ethics and his values and the sort of person he was.
I think it's important that every single person wears it right on their heart. You know, he was a great practice player for us. He was always hardworking. So that's the best part of it, when he's on the practice jersey, to remind us, to never stop and always continue to be hardworking.
Every year we will meet with the team and talk about Rob and what he meant to Vassar Athletics, but also the bigger picture and what he did in terms of his country. His impact has been significant.
It's pretty incredible that that's still going on. To have that legacy continue at Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York, 20 hours away, is pretty darn special.
All right, Jason, you spoke to the family about what they think Rob might be doing today. What did they say?
A man of many interests. It's almost impossible to tell exactly what he'd be doing right now, but they looked through his computer and found out that he was writing a book on soccer coaching, which they weren't really aware of. But his mom said he might be involved in Space Force. That's a new branch of the military because his love of the military and his love of astronomy. And she suspects that maybe he would even be the first person going to Mars. He's just that kind of person that is so unpredictable yet so adventurous that he might take something like that on.
Yeah, a leader in every way possible.
You bet.
All right, thanks a lot, Jason.
This has been Midco Sports Magazine, presented by Build Your Base with Beef Sports Nutrition and Training Program.